This Romeo is bleeding. You can't see his blood. It's nothing but some feelings that this old dog kicked up. Now I can sing a love song like the way it's meant to be. I guess I'm just that good anymore. Man, baby, it's just me, and I will love you, man, babies. Always. Hello, man, babies. A bit of Bon Jovi for you there. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. We're back. We're back again. It's Wednesday. You know the time, you know the place, and we're going to get right stuck into another Star Wars movie, and we are continuing with our crawl through the Phantom Menace. So let's start with the date, shall we? It's Wednesday. It is the 31st, the final day of May. We're nearly into the summer, man, babies. I am Ruin Johnson, the greatest Hollywood director of modern times, and a big hello to all you man babies in the chat there. I see you all. So on this evening's stream / podcast, we are discussing, commenting, and occasionally roasting Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And it's, I believe, part 2 we're going to get stuck into. We've got some good stuff coming up. But before we begin, some formalities. You can find us here on YouTube, or if you prefer your entertainment in podcast form, we are also on Spotify. The links are in the description. And as always, if you want to get sexy with us, you can catch us naked and oiled up on OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. So if you're not shut down for the evening, as Brownie always say, lots to get through, and we won't get bogged down on it. Let's get the guests out. So first up, from a VPN far, far away, he's the Protocol and Adderall, the golden reach around droid of choice. It's Z3PO.
Master Ruin, a pleasure to be with you again. Your scraping vocal cords remind me of the incredible talent of Aquafina.
No, I don't know what you mean, Z, but I'd take it as a compliment, even though I know it's not. But anyway, I do my best. Now, Z, we are getting stuck into it tonight, and I believe we could, unless we go to snail's pace, we could get into a bit of pod racing. Are you looking forward to that?
I'm more looking forward to seeing myself naked, sir.
Oh, of course. We get the Z3PO origin story with you. We get to see your innards on display. I can barely wait. Well, Z, we have got a lot to get through, and it's probably going to take us another 6 weeks to get through it. Shall we get the next retro bait out?
Let's do that right now.
Let's get the next retro bait out. Okay, so next, watch out, War and Peace. He's the Star Wars novelist, the jester from Leicester. It's the man of 5 different voices. It's Swapshop.
Oh, Mr. Johnson, sir, you really do sing exceedingly well.
Hello, Swappers. See, I told you he's good with the old voices. It's a rather camp version of Palpatine there, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. And he has a cherry bakewell, so he gets my vote.
Yes, got a bit of the Schofields going on there, Swappers, but we'll let it slide. Don't worry.
I'm just looking forward to seeing Z's parts later on.
Oh, I think that's why everyone's tuned in tonight, Z. They all want to see you in the birthday
all
suit.
on show, sir.
Excellent. Swappers, anything you're looking forward to in this particular section? You like a bit of the pod race?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I was just going to watch one thing about this movie over and over, it'd be the pod race. It's just incredible. It's like peak Star Wars, that. The rest of the film, okay, fair enough. It's got its hits and misses, but the pod race is just stone cold classic Star Wars, and there's no getting away from how great that is.
Well, we are going to get stuck right into it tonight, but we're going to need more retro baits to help us out. Should we get the next one out?
Oh, yes, please, Ryan.
Exceedingly good. Okay, well, let's do it. Next up, he's the wise elder of the channel. I could go on all night about the number of socks he wears in bed, but it's getting a bit old now. You know the rest. He is the great mega geek, Ian David Diaz.
Hello, and I won't be singing today.
He's not singing today, folks. He's saving himself for the big one next week.
Yeah, right.
Mega, have you got a favourite pod racing pilot, driver, whatever we're calling them?
Eh? What?
You know the pod
you mean the
racing
pod
scene?
race?
Yeah, have you got a favourite?
Not really. I
Oh.
do like the pod race, but I can't actually. I haven't seen this film in yonks. I remember bits of it, but I mean, I remember first watching it, thinking, how can they let that kid drive in the pod race? It just doesn't make any sense. But then again, it's George Lucas in it, so there you go. There you go.
Yes, he's yes, he really does put little Anakin in some serious danger there, doesn't he?
Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, but well, hopefully he'll make it through. Okay, but look, I think there's room for one more retrobate. So shall we see who else is lurking in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, last but no means least, here's the man I like to call the Yorkshire Ripper. He is the man with the keys to the channel, the best kept secret on YouTube. He is Mr. Brown.
Hello there.
Hello, Brownie.
Hello,
Rocking the
Ruin.
Indiana Jones
big,
CGI.
Big destroyer of Kathleen's back doors. You.
Oh, God, we're going there early, aren't we, Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be one of those.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, very well. Looking forward to getting stuck into this one. We had lots of fun last week. I'm sure we will again.
Most of us did.
Well, I know. Well, you know, we do our best, don't we?
Yes.
We'll do our best.
Yes.
Brownie, I've asked the others. Have you got a favorite podcast? Pilot, racer, driver? You can describe them if you can't think of the name. Yes, he's just gonna give me a yes. Okay.
Yes, it's the green one that didn't go anywhere.
Oh, we got any names there? I'm sure the chat will know. Z might know, or Swappers.
He looked like a Hanna-Barbera character.
I bet Z will know. I'm going to guess Ben Quadraneros, but I might
with
be
a
wrong.
big diamond-shaped head. In fact, I'll tell you what he looked like. He looked like Slimer out of Ghostbusters.
Yes, Ben Quadraneros.
Oh yeah, rather large head. Yeah.
Yes.
Why did he get the rather normal? I mean, Quadraneros is exotic, but why Ben? He just yes. Oh, I don't know. Anyway,
he bases all the character names on his mates, old Lucas. So he's probably his groundskeeper or something. I don't know.
My personal favorite is it Sebulba? Is that his name? Sebulba.
Come again.
Yeah, he's great.
I like Sebulba. He should have won. He was robbed. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves because we've got it all to come, and I know you're all ready to strap yourselves in, strap yourselves on, whatever you're doing in your own personal space. That's up to you. But we're going to get into it. So
should we say hello, chat? Hello, chat. We can see you.
Oh, Brownie wants to say hello, chat.
Hi, chat.
Hello.
Hello there.
Brownie, just to show how much they love you, all I need to say to the chat is, can you please drop in your favorite Mr. Brown catchphrase in the chat now in capitals? Go. Right, watch. Any moment now, they'll flood the chat. No one knows. No one knows what we're talking about.
There's a slight delay.
Yes. Okay. Well,
yes.
There we go. They're coming in now. Look, look. Z3PO knows it.
Look at that.
Yes, we're getting lots of look at that.
Do you want me to do them? There you go.
Yeah, go on. You fire through them.
You can do them as well. You've got full admin. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. My personal favourite is Bogdown. Yes. Steady. Oh, here's a good one from the past. Oh, good for you. Yes, I think. Look at that.
Okay. My favourite though is.
I may do some T-shirts eventually, folks.
My favourite one's this one from MJ. Remember that one you used to say, Brown?
Look at me. Busted. Sorry.
We are indeed getting bogged down early doors there. But thank you, chat. Thank you for MJ's coming up with some good ones.
There's a new one. This is more probbies, isn't it? Get in the bin.
Well, never mind getting in the bin. We're going to get into the Phantom Menace. So, extremely small,
Menace.
extremely small font in white on a pale pink background. I've no idea what it says, but I'm sure you can use Google
Subscribe,
Translator.
everybody. If you're not
Subscribe.
subscribed, and if you're feeling generous, dip your hands in your pockets. It'd
Subscribe.
be appreciated.
Ring the bell, press the like, and do the rest. You know
Yes.
what to do. You know what to do by now. So, we need a bit of a recap, don't we? So, I'll put it out to the gang. Anyone want to volunteer to bring us up to speed? Where are we picking it up from? New volunteers.
We have just left Naboo after Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi have rescued Princess Amidala and their team from the invasion where she's being forced to sign a treaty.
Perfectly done.
Politics. So now
Yes,
they've got to run the blockade.
Yeah, lots of politics and dragging its arse so far, but we're getting to the good stuff. Let's not worry. Who's this egg in the nest in the middle of the screen here? Anyone of note?
I don't know, but I just remember his catchphrase, which was, "We had to beat them to death with their iron shoes."
Really?
Oh, sorry, no, that was Wayne's World. Sorry.
Oh,
What was it? Was it with Nail and I can't remember now.
I thought Lucas had written a good line for a change there.
Yeah, it's Ralph. I can't remember his name now. I want to say Ralph, but I'm not sure. He was in both with Lay and Lie and Wayne's World 2, I think it was.
Oh.
Maybe he plays Rick Oley in this. Very briefly.
Rick Oley. Rick Roldy. Okay. Is that a look at that moment, Brown, or we go a little bit early for that? No, he's not feeling it.
Planet looks good. Yeah, Planet looks good.
Okay. This isn't, however, is it? It's a bit laser questy. This one.
Yeah.
Is this the Galactic Star Cruiser?
Oh God, no, they've already boarded that one up, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's a Halloween store now, isn't it? Yeah, that's right.
But is there a bit of a? I mean, Z, you seem switched on tonight. You've bonged up early. Is there a bit of a space chase going on here? A bit of a battle?
Yes, there is. They've got to run the blockade to get away. So it's currently surrounded by separatist ships.
There we go.
Your mic.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So little explosion. There's a ship struggling here, isn't there? And wow, look at this. This is very non-Star Warsy. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, this is a little bit sort of Star Trekky with these.
It is actually, yeah.
There was a lot of things in this movie that reminded me. It all looks like way too advanced for Star Wars.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
Touchscreens and everything. Mind you, it was before smart devices came around, so Lucas was ahead of his time. Although it was in a galaxy
on next gen,
far away. Yeah,
it was on next gen, wasn't it? Touchscreen stuff.
ZUO Max, a new pair of ears.
I'm very sorry, Max.
Yes, lots of comments. These
mic in your mouth.
God.
MJ says your microphone is not a robot wanger, Z. Take it out your goddamn mouth.
Trouble is, he thinks it is.
I've turned down my volume just a little bit. I hope that helps.
He's just excited, folks.
Yeah, it does help, actually.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not in line with the. I mean, we.
It's because he could. That's it. Move on.
Yeah, I'm afraid, George, we've got to criticize for this because when you think of Rogue One, they did a really good job of aligning the kind of the look, the feel, the technology.
They did, yes.
This feels so much more advanced than what we get in the future. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, so we proceed on, and it's R2, isn't it?
It is. The shield generator has been hit, so they all have to go out and repair it. Where this is the first time we get to see Astromechs do what they're supposed to be doing, as opposed to glorified Swiss Army knives.
Oh dear.
There's our old friend.
I was thinking about this today while I was doing the slides. Do you know what the problem is with these characters? eyes should always be inside the skull, inside the orbit of the skull, for the protection. And I don't think anatomy would work like that. It
is a movie.
No, I just I don't think you can outsmart nature. It just no.
Well, that's just the nature of the species, though, isn't it? It's got extendable eyes, so it's a bit difficult to keep them inside the skull, to be honest.
Also, the fact that George Lucas was obviously using him for toy fodder, so he wanted him to be a toy. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully, he was hoping that the kids would like him, find him funny, and then another million coming in, or another billion coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Goofiest character in the entire movie.
Awful, just awful.
But the humor wasn't very funny either with this character. He's more irritating than funny, wasn't he? So kind of didn't hit the mark there with him.
If you had to rank them, where does Jar Jar rank among the worst of the Disney characters? I'm thinking
Did you say rank with an R?
Rank with a hard R. Where would he sit amongst the likes of L337 and Holdo and Tico and
in the bin? Simple.
And who's the one from Obi-Wan? Angry Third Sister, and does he? Would you rank him higher than any of those? What do you think?
Rank?
Yeah. Is he better? Is he a better character than some of the?
No, he's bargain bin.
Oh, really?
Same as Rose.
Oh. He's
here you go. Who are we to disagree? Dark Side Bob, total
wank. Franco doesn't like him either. He says Jar Jar's at the bottom. Drew, who we know has got a thing for Rose Tico, says better than Rose Tico, but worse than Wade.
Rip Wade.
Rest in peace, Wade.
I think Lucas kind of intended him to be a bit of a sort of an outlier character like Chewbacca, where he's not human, but he's kind of in the group. And he failed miserably with it, really, didn't he?
Big time.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit to this, man, babies, but I'm going to have to make my points. Did anyone read the From a Certain Point of View books or book? I don't know, I've got two out so far.
Is that basically the accompanying novelization of the novels?
Well, they're actually individual mini stories on some of the lesser-known characters, side characters, or and then there's one on Jar Jar. It tells you his story after the movies, and it's rather tragic. He turns this rather tragic, lonely, lost soul. But that's.
Oh
yeah, I did read that one. Wasn't that Chuck Wendig?
Oh God,
there's lots of wibbly wobbliness going on.
He's like a court jester, clown, juggler type guy on Naboo somewhere, isn't he?
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
street
entertainer. That was it. Yeah.
He was a street entertainer.
Yeah, prostitute. Could we do a wibbly wobbly super chat?
Of course, MJ UK 84 sending you wherever CA stands for. Canada, Canadian dollar,
Californian,
California. It's got its own currency in California.
It will do.
Okay,
it's not too far away.
Okay, he said, well, wherever it's from, wherever it is, he's sending you 250 of it, and he's saying, Happy World Otter Day. And
those are woke dollars, everybody. Woke.
Happy World Otter Day. Is that an actual thing, or is that a piss take? I don't know.
Well, I think it is getting otter every year, sir.
Oh, very good. Zero on form.
Is that yes?
Oh,
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Very professional.
Nice shot of R2 in the limelight there. I wanted to go just before Brownlee rudely interrupted with his super chats. Okay, Brownie, you're welcome. Tim Hannabom made a point which I wanted to discuss with the panel of retrobates. Tim says, well, Brownie, why don't you read it, because I know you like saying his name.
Tim, I like saying this, Hannabom. George doesn't get humour. Agreed. Sorry for hijacking the stream, but while I was doing the slides today, you know the 3 droids who were fixing the pod racer, and one went into the engine. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were like, is it I think they were modelled on the Three Stooges.
Mm,
I kind of get the feeling that George has a thing for the Three Stooges because he probably thinks that's proper humour. There was a lot of that kind of humour in
yeah.
this slapstick,
Right, slapstick. Yeah.
and it just like,
Well, his thinking is very old, isn't it? That's when I was
Hey,
watching
Mo!
this film. That's what I was thinking. He's thinking about humor and everything about this film is very much out of date when it compared to when it was released. So that's why it doesn't work. And plus, he was totally in control here. You know, people just bowed and kissed his feet and didn't
Yes,
question
George.
anything he was doing. And so that's
Absolutely.
why it's turned out this way. You got to have a few people telling you it's shit for you to realize it's shit. You know what I mean? So you know, there you go.
So this is R2 and the other Astromechs repairing. Do they have
Magnet
Z will
boots,
know.
magnet
Do they have
legs.
some kind of magnetic?
Legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what's
they
going
do.
on, Izzy?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
They might very well have magnetic legs. You would imagine so to adhere to the hull of the ship.
Well, it'll be wheels, won't it? Magnetic
This-
wheels.
This
That's
must
like
be all
using-
new to you, 3PO, because
It
you
is.
got your mind erased, didn't you?
I did. Well, I'm not actually coming into this until much, much later. So all of this is pure conjecture on my part.
Yeah.
Who's taking
Very
that
good.
footage right there?
That looks like a painting.
Mm,
It's weird.
very And this is on a mini screen on a console, like a
Mm.
dashboard. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a mini
Yeah.
speedo odometer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mini
wow.
speedo.
From a
Where did
mini.
all this fantastic
BM
technology go?
BMW.
Well, there we go. That's an R5 unit, isn't it? And an R2.
Is that the droid that gets picked up in Star Wars then? You know, the malfunctioning one.
Oh God.
Did they
yeah,
find it somewhere in space?
No,
Probably.
this one
Is that
got
the same
obliterated,
Entirely
Brown.
different one.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing left of this one, as you'll see in a second. Is R2 having a piss there?
Yes.
Probably.
Well, it's the only way to cool that burning fire down.
Yeah, he's just putting the fire out. Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny couldn't wait a minute longer.
Z3, we've got a question specifically for you. What does C3PO think his origin is in canon?
He was created in a scrapyard. Now, you remember those things that you get month by month where you get one bit for $6.99 and you collect all the bits and you can build something much
The
bigger?
Agostini.
That's it. I'm one of those.
So Anakin did a mail away thing and built you month by month,
He
basically.
did, because
And then
due
the
to a
company went
distribution
bust.
strike, issue 53 was missing.
You didn't get as far as the outer body shell, so at least you.
All the stickers.
Now, Brownie's, thank you for that, Z. You've answered beautifully. That Brownie's captured a lovely moment here. Well, I say lovely, but it's quite harrowing.
Brian captured.
Brian
these.
did. We have to give Not Brian
Yes.
and
Credit,
hello
yes.
to Not Brian. We love you. We miss you, Not Brian. And please remove your tents from my garden. Final notice. This moment where the poor old R5, you see the laser hitting him there, and then the next moment, gadoosh,
Gone.
he's gone.
Good night.
Yes.
Didn't he float all the way to Mandalorian?
Yeah, he just fired up the old jets
They
and
won.
drifted down. That was it. But thankfully R2, well, there's no peril because we know R2 makes it through, which is part of the problem of doing prequels, I guess.
Oh, yes, the insane amount of plot armor certain characters have. So R2-D2 repairs the shields, and away they go. But unfortunately, not without damaging their hyperdrive.
He'll stick his rod anywhere, won't he?
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, can you read the next submission from the chat?
Yes.
If I was to ask you to describe Philip Schofield in one word, what would you say?
R2 poof.
There we go. We tried to make it work. I did my best for you, man, babies. Okay. Back to sideburns, and yeah, we're all good to go now, aren't we?
Is that his name? Cy Burns.
Sideburns.
DCI sideburns, yeah.
Not exactly, sir. They're not
You're
quite all right
fucking
just
nicked.
yet.
Sorry, I
They've not
talked
got enough
over you,
power to get to Coruscant because the hyperdrive is leaking.
Oh, it's never easy, is it?
They're going to
Oh,
have to
dude.
land somewhere and repair the ship.
Oh, well, I wonder where they're going to go. I wonder which desert planet they'll end up on, hey?
In the chat, Fiona M. Better Call Saul is out to do a prequel.
Fair shouts. Any other submissions on?
Is that Princess Fiona, by the way?
Looks like it.
Oh, she's almost.
Younger
Is that-
picture, yeah.
is that a
Yes,
different
I would also
Fiona?
include a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Oh, really? I think I remember mentioning this previously on a stream. Wasn't Temple of Doom was a prequel?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
was.
You can have that one. But any other Godfather 2? Okay. Any other submissions for prequels? Your nicely done prequels.
I just got to say, in that previous scene, Kenny Baker must have been absolutely shitting it.
He's pissing it.
But was Kenny Baker in this though?
Yeah.
He was. Yeah,
He was. So it makes you wonder why they really need him. Really, they could, technology had moved on, and they could easily operate that thing.
Loyalty.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah, that's true.
Rob Delaney says, I never understood Lucas's decision to leave Obi-Wan on the ship on Tatooine. Surely it made more sense for Obi-Wan to find Anakin. Fair point from Rob, do we think?
I would have preferred it if Obi-Wan went, yeah.
But we needed Qui-Gon to act as the father figure and crack on to Anakin's mum. Do we think? Do we think he boned Anakin's mum?
Obi-Wan did promise that he would train him. It was like Qui-Gon's dying wish.
Oh, nice.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, by the way, folks, there are spoilers for the benefit of Time Profit. Spoilers, folks. Spoilers.
Talking of spoilers, I've seen The Flash, and I just wanted to let you know. Breaking news.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, don't worry. He's so nervous about these things. So, is this a look at that moment, Brown? Are we not quite tickling your balls? No,
Tickling his balls.
Planet. The CGI for the planet looks very, very nice. Rest of
okay,
it.
we'll get them there, folks. We'll get them there.
I've got to admit, I do like all the designs of the Naboo ships in this.
Yeah,
They're very unlike, traditional trilogy Star Wars, but it's kind of to their credit, I think, really. It's just something new, something different.
Very like Mandalorian stuff, isn't it? The designs in this, don't you think, of the ships?
Yeah. Well, they literally use the pod racer, don't they, in Mandalorian? Or
Yeah, I was told that the reason why everything's shiny in the Mandalorian is because of the big screens that they used. They wanted to reflect off the armor. That's why Mandalorian ship is the first one was all shiny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, don't you think? There you go.
Moving on.
Yeah, exactly. Looking very baby faced.
Qui-Gon, we've just gone over the speed limit. The police will be after us any second. I think we've just incurred a 60 galactic credit fine.
Good impression.
Is there a drinking game, by the way? Every time?
Yes. Every time Swappers does a silly voice, every time, as always, Mega thinks something shit.
That shit.
Ewan McGregor new hairstyle, which we've just seen another.
Brownie coining any one of his 15 catchphrases.
Look at that!
There is another hairstyle.
Yeah. That looks like a spaceship from the old Outer Spaces crisps in the
Oh,
70s.
God, now you're making
I
me
remember
more.
that.
No, I'm hungry, man.
I
Don't
want
get
Yes,
those
am I.
again, man. If I had a billion quid, I'd reset up KP crisps, and I'd
KP
release the entire line of Alien Spaces and Outer Spacer crisps. Just those alone. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, God, I miss them so much.
KP
Abject Mediocrity wants to know why Fiona got redacted.
Don't know.
Redacted. What does that mean?
Well, I don't know. She just looks a bit different. She's just using a different look today, maybe. It's okay, Fiona. We've got you. We've got you
Is it
back.
a younger or older version of Fiona? Has she
Don't
gone into
know.
prequel territory or sequel territory?
Has she been de-aged?
Anyway, we've got a bit
Moving
of Sidious
on.
action, so it's only fair we cross over to the man of five voices, Swappers. Want to give us a bit of Palpatine here, Swapper? And is this the first look at Maul as well? I believe it might be.
Yeah, this is when he first turns up. Yeah, I can't remember what Palpatine says in this scene, but it's something like I don't know, like very nice of you to provide my hologram with a chair.
Yeah.
This is Lord Maul, and then these two guys then suddenly go. There are suddenly two of them. What do we do now?
Hold on. So Palpatine, right? This is before he went ugly, right?
Yes.
I always thought the reason why his voice changed was because of that accident that happened to him, and that's why he's like he's all like that. But he's still got the same voice before all this crap happened. Are we saying that he was trying to disguise his voice?
Yes.
Then if he was trying to disguise his voice, how comes his voice remains like that throughout the trilogy?
The wind changed.
Yeah, I guess.
If you keep doing that voice, you'll stick like it.
Yeah. So it does a bit
Jim-
odd, don't you think, guys? It's a bit odd.
I never thought of it.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
Jim B dropping some knowledge there in the chat. Hello, Jim. He says Peter Serafinovich does Maul's voice.
Oh, right. The guy.
Yeah, it was great. I loved his voice in this. What 3 words he had to say.
Yeah, it's. Wish we got some more Maul. But anyway, before we let's just skip back to Palps because we've got a line for you here, Swappers. There you go. If you could do MJ's submission, please.
Palpatine, MJ UK84 in the chat. Palpatine,
Did you use wood polish on this table? Look at that sheen.
There we
It's
go.
the shame.
We'll take submissions as we go, folks. Who's the bitch in the orange there? No? I don't know. It just seems odd. I don't know. Schofield's runner. Who is it? I don't know. What's going on?
No, the wrong gender for
Right
that. The wrong gender for that.
Isn't that Padme?
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
It's standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Padme.
That's Padme.
Oh, is it?
Because she gets told to go and clean him up, dirty bitch.
It could be Keira Knightley.
no, that's her in the black.
Oh.
I'm confused.
So am I.
I feel
so right.
You see that guy right in the distance there, who's just
Yeah.
sort of staring off into nothingness. I feel like he should be wearing a plaid shirt and a pair of jeans. I don't know why.
Jeans guy.
Yeah.
Original.
R2's looking a bit beat to shit, isn't he? I mean, he could do with a good polishing, couldn't he? Does he?
Yes,
Well,
well,
he
he's
did-
covered in the exploding bits of his friends.
He
Traumatized droid.
He did save their
Ah.
life, so they should clean them up, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
It's like in a World War II drama when one of them gets covered by his soldier mate's blood. That's basically
Like
what's happened here.
Vietnam film.
Yeah.
When they're in the jungle, the exploding bodies everywhere.
Yeah, he's got bits of Astromech sticking out of him.
There's a queen doing the peasants' work.
Cheers.
Question for the chat and indeed for my fellow retrobates: who would win in an arm wrestle between Chewbacca and Jar Jar Binks? Because Jar Jar Binks is rocking some right pair of guns on him, isn't he?
It's all that swimming, isn't it? You probably just see Jar Jar's got 2 strong arms and a very strong tongue as well, so he'd probably win.
Oh, we're giving it to Jar Jar. Okay.
A lady pleaser, then, yes?
Oh, yeah. So here. We're good at motorboating.
There's young Padme. How young is young Padme? Just to establish some facts before we get into
Young
any,
enough.
14, I think.
Is she? Are we talking Schofield young or legal
No,
young?
too old for Schofield.
Yeah, she's ancient for Schofield.
I wonder if we've got any American people in the chat who have no idea who this Schofield chap is we keep referring to.
40% of the people who watch my channel are American, by the way. Just thought I'd drop that fact in there.
We're not going to tell you. You're just going to have to go and Google it. I'll leave you. Just go on
Padme
Twitter.
is 14 years old.
Oh,
I knew it.
right. Keep it civil, folks.
Hitting on an 8-year-old. How dare she? Dirty bitch.
Dirty.
Well, they're both illegal, then that's fine.
Not in France, though. Maybe not.
Really?
Maybe not.
So we're closing on a planet. Is that a drink there, Brown? For Ewan's little ponytail?
It looks like 10 forward out of Star Trek. A little bit.
Can't help but feel the not sufficient viewing out of this spaceship. It seems like a bit of a blind spot there next to that guy on the right, isn't there? It's just, I know, but it's Brown. Come on,
Look at that.
Thanks. Steve.
Look at it. Look at that. Drink
That's
everybody.
nice.
Did anyone have the toy of that royal Queen's ship? Because I remember seeing the toy when it came out, and it was absolutely massive. You could take the top off it and everything. It was great.
My brother, he had it.
I bet he did, the jammy bastard.
Yeah, no, I didn't get anything.
I'm not moving to France because of Brexit. Getting a visa and stuff now for France is impossible.
Oh, just getting a dinghy, you'll be fine. Brownie, while we've got you, Fiona's just chucked $5 into your knickers.
Fiona M, $5. Old enough to set the table, old enough to come to dinner.
There we go.
Very good. Very good.
That's the rule, folks. You won't go far wrong if you follow that little ditty there. Thank you, Fiona. Beautiful ship, beautifully finished.
Not according to Atom Gray.
No, does Atom not like it? What's he say?
There you go.
Oh, he doesn't like it. No. Oh dear. I don't know. I think it's okay. Atom. Each to their own.
I am going to agree
with with who?
Atom.
With Atom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't do anything for me.
Oh. Just so we can all take a drink, you just say it's shit for us, Mega Geek, regardless of what you think of it.
Yeah, it's shit.
Here we go,
Drink,
folks.
everybody.
Oh, can I have a nice
I agree
drink
with Ian.
now?
Actually, it's a really crap design, isn't it?
Oh,
it's very.
It's like the top bit of Concorde with two things at the end. Looks a bit. Don't you think?
It's the
George,
vaguest.
Sorry, go
it's
ahead.
George. We've got this new software that's ray tracing, makes metal stuff look really reflective. Do you want to have a look at it?
You reckon it was that?
Yep.
Cider Feet, and hello to Cider Feet, says Pointy Cock and Ball ship.
Well, thankfully, it wasn't done by J.J. Abrams, otherwise it'd be shitloads of lens flare all over it.
I don't think lens flares had been invented yet.
Also, JJ, without knowing the ins and outs of JJ, would it be like a circumcised tip to the ship if it was Cock and Balls ship by JJ? Okay.
No idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I try my best.
Moving
on. Qui-Gon and Ewan. How tall is Liam Neeson?
Very.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Is he tall, or is he just tall for an actor tall?
I think he's like 6 foot something. Yeah, so he is quite
6'4".
Is he?
Is it?
Because
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
He used to be a boxer, didn't he? before he
A
became
brawler, more like.
Yeah. Before he
6'7".
Wow.
Well, he's
Bloody hell.
6'4".
6'4".
I think
Whereas,
I'm being.
Ewan McGregor is 5'9.5".
What?
Okay.
That's shorter than Cruz.
No.
I think I'm being picked up by everybody. It was a passing statement, folks. Clearly, I haven't a clue what I'm on about, but it was a passing statement. I apologise. Babylon 5 is wonderful. Yes, I am a Doylem. Thank you.
Jay Goodwin's using this as an opportunity to let everyone know he's taller than 6'4", so don't mess with Jay Goodwin, folks. And Max has revised his previous error and said 7'8". Okay, big old strapping chap. And it's strange though how not to get bogged down in Liam Neeson, but strange how he didn't do much many action movies until much later in his career, isn't it?
Who, Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, wasn't a mistake, but it was just a chance happening because it was the French guy that made that film. They kind of like thought it was going to go straight to DVD, didn't they?
Taken, yeah.
So it was quite lucky with that film.
Have you
Luckier
got
than Bad Day.
Very luckier than Bad Day.
Have we got Swapper's back, or is he still rebooting?
I think he's still rebooting, I think.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to call on Brown to do this one then. I think Brown's the only one who can pull it off. Brown, could you do MJ's message here, please?
MDuke84 in the chat. Neeson, Obi-Wan, I have a very particular... Oh, you want me to do it in a voice?
I'd like you to, if you could. I mean, come on.
Go on, Brown.
Obi-Wan, I have a very particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for the Sith, and that was complete bollocks.
What accent was that?
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, I have a particular set of skills. Skill set that make me. Moving on.
No, Brown. We're not moving on until you nail this. Come on, let's do it properly now. Come on, everyone's waiting.
Obi-Wan, I have a very particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for the Sith.
Oh, good God. Swappers, will you show him how it's done, please, Swappers?
I'm not sure I can do it. All right, hold on a second.
Come on, Swappers, you can do
Obi-Wan, I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for the Sith.
Oh, it's nice. He did it.
Wow.
There you go, folks. You've heard that line about 16 times now.
Nick it
So-
off t-shirt.
Is this, looking at this picture, I'm rather confused. Is this planet hot or is it cold?
It's hot. It's Tatooine.
Yes, of course, Tatooine Z, thank you. It's because you got Jar Jar in a like a tank top, sleeveless tank top. Then you've got Liam Neeson in a what's like a what is it? The Clint Eastwood word? Poncho, yeah. You got another guy with a bloody hat on and a leather vest, and then you've got Padme with a bit of a slip on. So
What on?
And Captain Panaka going full leather.
full leather, just as you like him, indeed.
Here you go, folks. MDuke84 for $250 Californian woke dollars. You're the reason I drink at night, Mr. Brown. Oh,
Sexy.
sorry. I don't know if is that good or bad. I don't know.
It depends how often he's listening to
Probably
you, Brown,
bad.
and drinking. If it's every night,
Bad.
Wednesdays and Sundays at least.
Oh yes.
Can you imagine how excited these actors were when they got the parts in this film? They were like, I'm going to be in a Star Wars movie! Yay!
It's all green screen.
And then they get on set and they read the script and they're like, oh dear. Oh, God.
we're jumping ahead here with Atom Grey, but he makes a valid point, so I do want to address it before we lose it in the chat. He says, do they ever explain why they left Annie's mum there to die?
Yes.
No, did they?
Oh.
Yes, because one pod racer is not worth 2 slaves.
Gold.
Well, that's the best we could do for you. I hope you enjoy that. Is this Mos Eisley?
Espa.
Mos Espa. It's Mos Espa. Okay. They're all the same. These Moss places, aren't they?
I like the moisture evaporating in the background.
Mos Eisley, Mos Espa, Mos Bros.
What's the price? That's where you get your suits. Yeah.
We are slowly making our way towards Anakin's mum, and MJ says she was stinky, but Brown. Just all I'm going to say to you is just start thinking now what you give her.
Out of 10.
Yeah, don't want you to say now, but I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm thinking.
You sometimes feel pressured into making a snap decision.
I do.
So
I do.
Remember, she is 14.
Okay, we'll pretend we're in France then. Yes.
Titty baguette.
This little town's busy, isn't it? This town's busier than the entire planet that what's his face? Apollo Creed is the mayor of. There's lots of people.
What's that place called
Huddersfield.
again? Huddersfield.
This is Mos Espa, but they don't have any mods about, which is weird.
Oh.
You'd think there'd be some brightly coloured hover scooters somewhere, but no.
Is this yes? Oh god, no, not the Vespers. Is this all physical sets, or are we getting a mix of CGI here? Mega will probably know.
What? What was the question?
Is this all physical sets, or are we getting a bit of mix of CGI here?
There's mix of CGI. Probably the building that's on the right is probably real, but the rest of it it's all kind of. I mean, I think they might mix a bit of matte painting with it as well, but they all look like it's done CGI. It really does. I mean, like he was heavily using CGI because he wanted to know how it all worked, didn't he? Before he went full on CGI with everything, which was the second movie.
He fucked his film up though by doing it.
The thing is that he was concentrating too much on the business side of things. He was concentrating too much on the technical side.
He ruined this film before it even got off the ground.
But that's true too. You know, we all know that now. You know, he didn't know that.
Because I think there is a decent story in here somewhere.
You needed someone to say, George, you don't put an 18-year-old kid in a pod race. Do you know what I mean? You needed someone to say that to him, but obviously.
Stop it, George. Stop it. Enough.
Yeah, don't stamp that what is it? Don't stamp that machine. Stamp this one, because that looks rubbish and stuff like that. Because, you know, he used to come in and he used to stamp, give it the okay, didn't he? All the designs for the ships and stuff. You ever see the making of? Anyone?
No.
So in the making of, all the designs were on a board, and he would come in every morning. He'd have a stamp saying okay, and he used to stamp them, didn't he? Yeah.
This one.
This one, yeah. So
I think the main thing what takes me out of this movie is Jar Jar. It should have been animatronic.
I think it moved too slow as well. The film was moving too slow as far as I was concerned. So
lots of very self-indulgent long scenes.
Yeah.
You know that film set is still open today to the public.
Is it?
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Is that what Disney use?
I'm not sure. I think they rebuilt it in just outside London.
Wow.
Hey, Mega, while we've got you in a good mood, can you give
I'm
us
not
a little,
singing.
give a little blast of Lionel Richie? No,
I'm not singing.
Twice.
Here you go.
3 times at a fish cake.
Oh, he's butchered it. Sorry, Atom. I did try. And here he is.
Oh, God.
No, we don't like him.
Jewish much? He's a terrible character. He's a terrible. I don't know what was running through George Lucas's head when he did this.
Dog shit.
Crazy.
Oh, take a drink first.
Just utter dog shit. George.
I mean, I'm searching for positives here. Is it not a cool, new, different design? The way he kind of hovers and no, is there nothing we can find? Does anyone defend this?
Why
shit
is
in
there
the
no
chat?
downdraft from his wings?
Oh, you're getting technical now. What's his goddamn name? First of all, I can't remember his name.
Watto.
Watto, yes, Watto, of course.
Watto?
Watto?
He's a member of the Blue Man Group.
R2.
He
R2
flies
got there.
because
joke.
if you notice, one of his teeth is broken and one of his legs is damaged.
Oh,
So
he's
that's the reason
disabled.
he flies everywhere. He's a disabled character. Representation.
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 Plus, if you don't like him, you're an anti-Semite.
Did they get a blue alien to play him though?
No, they got a Welshman to do it.
Oh, okay.
Has he only got one leg, really?
No, he's got two
Oh.
legs, but one of them's injured.
Oh, all right.
How did he injure it? Is there any backstory? Was he in a pod race gone wrong, or?
Probably.
I think you're getting a bit too deep into it now, Ruin. It's a shame you weren't
Okay.
that. It's a shame you weren't that deep when you was writing Last Jedi.
I was deep in Kathy, but not deep in thought, unfortunately. Well, there he is with his gammy leg and his his Jeremy Beadle hand or whatever else he's got going on. There's a reference for the kids. So Z, tell us what's happening here. What kind of conversations going down? What kind of discussion is going on?
Well, they've come in because they need parts for their ship. And Wattu says he's obviously the only person who's got them anywhere. Bringing them in hook, line, and sinker.
And this is this where we first meet Annie? Here he comes running in. And he's in this scene. He's Watto's like a little bitch, isn't he? Basically,
Little bitch.
slave, isn't he? He's what is sidekick, slave? I don't know.
Really, no Schofield humor right here. No, okay.
No,
Not yet.
Yeah, I dangled it out there, swappers, but
I bet he did.
Good one.
Brownie, if you had to give this 14, no, okay, we're not going to go. We're gonna.
Uno. I'll just say Gavin Blackburn super sticker for
Right.
£1.49. That's
Oh,
real
super
money,
sticker.
everybody. None of this Californian money. Thank you, Gavin.
Punchable Face, and hello to Punchable Face, says, as a kid, I didn't think he was Jewish, talking about Watto, obviously. I thought he was Greek, as in, hey, you want a chili sauce with that? It's more Italian, isn't it? Anyone got a good Greek in the back pocket?
No.
No. We
It's
really
not a
need...
Schofield reference, is it?
Hello, matey peeps.
Oh, God.
That was closer to Wattu.
Moving on.
So here we see the young lovers.
Doesn't she
first
look
meeting.
young there? Christ.
Yeah, they obviously both are, but
Are you an angel?
is there an attraction here? An initial spar? Was it love at first sight? What's going on?
Is that what he said to her? I can't remember.
Yes. Are you an angel?
He did, yes. Oh God.
What a terrible, terrible piece of dialogue.
Is this some knowledge being dropped from Smilex? He says, we could have had Haley Joel Osment from Sixth Sense, and instead we got the only human with a rounder head than Ruin.
He's so wooden. That's why he earned the name Mannequin Skywalker.
He has got a remarkably round head there. I'm
He,
so impressed.
This is the only thing. This is the only thing he's been in, though, isn't it? He didn't. He gave up acting, didn't he? If I read it correctly.
Yeah, he's now a
Didn't he
crackhead, I
become-
think.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, scarred for life. But he had one good movie. We'll give him it though. Half decent.
Did he?
Movie. Oh no, don't want to skip past that. Z. We are. What are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at Jar Jar. But what?
This is
What's
Jar
this thing
Jar
on the left
wandering
here?
around. Well, that's a normal protocol droid where he stole parts from to make me.
Oh wow.
Because obviously there wouldn't be a full protocol droid kit working operational in the junkyard. So he stole me, cannibalized other robots to do it.
Oh.
I'm quite like the Frankenstein of protocol droids.
Oh wow. And now at the front they are power droids. In the back, is that like an IG-88 type thing, or am I just? Is my mind
It certainly
drawing
looks
patterns?
like one.
Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, good to see.
Why
some-
didn't you pay this much attention when you was writing Last Jedi?
Oh, I was high when I was writing Last Jedi, and I couldn't be
Blue
arsed if
titty
the truth
milk.
known.
Blue titty milk.
Blue titty
Moving on.
milk.
One of these little droid things springs to action. Are these the same things we see in
Yeah.
with the curly-haired woman in Mando? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's
Probably the
inside?
same ones, yeah.
You know these gonk droids. Who's inside those? Is it a small child? Is it a
Schofield is in hiding.
Oh, God, this is another Schofield reference. Take another one. Z, looking at this this protocol droid, he's missing his leg there. Did you acquire that leg?
I do have a slight limp,
Ah, there we go.
but I think that might be in my wrists.
And a silver leg, if I happen to recall. That was,
Well, that's a story for another day.
There's
so
about $2 million worth of CGI on the screen right now.
God, yeah.
I want my money back.
Why does it look like Jar Jar's rocking a massive boner there? Or again, am I just seeing things?
It's
No,
because
he's
you're
being kicked in the
dirty.
nuts by the pit droid.
Oh, he's being kicked in the balls, all right. I thought he had a Schofield on. I don't know.
Is that going to be a new thing? A Schofield?
I don't know.
So we're in the scrapyard. Is
So
that
Schofield?
the thing on the right, the very rusted thing on the right? Is that a
Cement mixer.
Oh yeah, no, there's a drink.
It's a cement.
No, it looks like the thing
Lizzo's
that the
bum
escape pod. Is it an escape pod? Looks like one.
It's a cement mixer.
Oh,
Who said
Well,
Lizzo's butthole?
now this is where
will do fine.
he tries a mind trick. Why doesn't
Oh,
the
here you
mind
go.
trick work on?
Doesn't work on him.
It's the pod from 2001. They painted it blue.
Really?
Is there? Where? That's not.
Blue.
That's not it, is it?
This thing here.
No.
That's not it.
No, it's a cement mixer.
It looks like a cement mixer, doesn't it?
It's a cement mixer.
This is as
Lizzo's
exciting as the
butthole.
stream gets tonight, folks. Comparing a cement mixer with a piece of equipment from a far older. film.
2001.
What is the Jedi mind trick?
Oh.
Qui-Gon was trying to pull. Yeah.
He wants him to accept Republic credits, which are no good
Oh.
there.
It's a bit of a naughty move, really, isn't it? Ethically.
What, like cheating at the chance dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn is of dubious moral values right the way through this
Yes.
movie.
But all the Jedi, it really did piss me off, these films, because I always thought the Jedi were awesome, for the first 3 movies. And I think, if you're a Jedi, it's fantastic. Then I saw this movie and I thought, all the Jedis are freaking idiots, aren't they? All of them.
There is lots of small animal cruelty in this film, I've noticed.
Is that
Yeah.
the frog's leg there? What's going on there?
Yeah.
French reference. I mean, this is Jar Jar being a stupid prick again, isn't it? I mean, at what point does Qui-Gon not just think, do we need this fucking imbecile? Can we not just leave him behind?
I think
What-
everyone in the audience was thinking that.
Why do we need Jar Jar? Why? What's his point? Why is he with them? Where's he going? What's he doing? Can anyone make sense of it for me?
None
No.
whatsoever.
No. Okay.
Is the comic relief for George's idea of slapstick from the 1940s, and it's shite.
He's just there, isn't he, on screen? He doesn't really do anything. He's just sort of set
What's
dressing.
dog shit?
Poodoo.
Voodoo.
Well, he's here to introduce us to Sebulba.
Do you need cream for that?
Talking of Sebulba, there we go.
You do.
Sebulba.
You need cream for it.
Now, on the right, we seem to have a member of Antifa, and on the left, I don't know what we've got going on the left, but it's who are
BLM,
these people?
Well, it is Pride Month. I think that's where the guy on the left's from.
No, there's still an hour to go yet.
Oh.
I think the Doug's quite an interesting design. I do like that alien. What you do get to see in the stills is that you can obviously tell what the CG is because it doesn't quite blend in. The saturation's not quite there, as I'm sure Ian would agree with.
I agree. I concur. Yeah.
Oh, hello, there's Quinlan Voss. What's he doing there? Blimey.
Who would have thought? Secret cameo.
Good God. Look at that. I never noticed him before.
Oh, in the background, yeah.
Still, though, after all this, even though the movie was terrible, George was trying to break ground when it came to visual effects, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to take your hat off to him, really. Let's face it.
That's kind of where his attention went, really, when it should have been more on the story, I think, rather than the visuals. But
yeah, that's right.
Yes, and that is actually Quinlan Voss.
Wow.
It's almost like the opposite of, the kind of 1960s and 70s and 80s Doctor Who episodes where all the sets, special effects were like done for 10p, but the stories were amazing.
Yes, you didn't know so much about the effects, did you?
Whereas this, whereas this is the mirror universe of it, isn't it? It's like amazing special effects.
Yeah.
10 pence spent on the script.
Yeah.
Screenplay.
Didn't get the balance quite right, did he?
We've been missing some goings on in the chat, and someone said Peter Mayhew makes an appearance.
No.
Was it in that last scene?
Don't know.
Well, have someone confirmed it was? Let's see. Where would he be there?
I know the person. The girl who was in Prey, the Predator movie. She's there between.
Okay.
She would have been born when this film was out.
Let's not get bogged down.
No, getting bogged down. And there's something else I want to go back to. Here we go. Abject Mediocrity says, what's Sebulba a racist stereotype of?
Formula One drivers. I don't know.
Well, here you go. Smilex. 2 slides back.
2 slides back. This one? Is he one?
No, it can't be. No, it's not. That's one of the locals from Tunisia.
It must be this one somewhere. We are getting incredibly bogged down, but I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated.
Well, maybe that's him in the middle there, but he's sat down.
Who's that? Who is that? The guy with the white stripe on his face. Is that Adamant?
No, that's Quinlan Voss.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. What?
White stripe on his face.
He looks like Adamant.
Yes, it's yellow. It's a yellow
looks
stripe.
Like the guy, the Navajo guy off Young Guns. I can't remember his name. But,
yeah.
Obscure reference there, folks.
No. I know Young Guns.
Franco, you're right. Bogged down.
Drink,
Take
everybody.
a drink for getting bogged down.
Drink. Rest in peace, Calcon.
Big drink, everyone.
Drink.
Bogged down. Drink. Okay, let's not get bogged down then. Let's move it on. And oh God, what are we looking at here? It seems to be
Schofield.
Schofield moment. He's showing his 12-incher to young Anakin. It's very alarming. But I feel as though he's
saber.
Is that a lightsaber in your pocket? Oh, sandstorm. Is it a sandstorm or is it just
It is sandstorm on the way, so Anakin
sandstorm.
invites them to come and stay at his place without asking his mum first.
Oh, always asking one. And here she is, Brown, and we get to that moment of the night, folks, where you can all take your toilet break because you know exactly what's coming. It's so first of all, before we get into this, can we get an age check? I just want to make sure we're all legal.
Well, she looks older than 14.
She doesn't look as old as I remember, though. I always thought she was about 60, but she's looking.
No, she does look old. There's lots of frown lines.
Okay.
The novelization states that Shmi Skywalker is a woman of 40.
40? Oh, good God. Brownie.
1. I'd definitely give her 1 out of 10.
He's giving her 1, folks. There you go. You can all relax now. He's going to give her 1.
So it's getting old.
Wow. 40. Jay Goodwin makes a point. Good point. You'd frown too if you read the script.
Yeah.
But Drew does like a bit of Shmi Shakshi. Swappers, you got an accent for that one? Maybe a bit of Jar Jar?
Drew Gordon in the chat.
Shmi sexy.
It's not bad, Swappers.
I think the Tatooine sun does age you a lot, though. So you
It
know.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Sun.
It does.
A lot of vitamin D, but ages
You
your
need factor 10,000.
skin.
Qui-Gon's took a shine, though. You can see that here, can't you?
Yeah. It's going to use the Force to shag her in the background.
He's using the Force to undress her.
That's right.
Force
Kinky.
boner.
You will have sex with me. I will have sex with you.
Stop the press, folks, because we've got
Yes.
to the greatest moments.
Here we go,
of
folks.
C-3PO's.
I think we should go full screen for this. Look at
Let's do
this.
it. Look
Yes.
at that.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at that
that.
body.
Think, everybody.
With all of my exoskeleton off. Look at that. I'm so beautiful.
Do you feel naked?
I am naked.
Right now.
I am absolutely naked. In the last movie we reviewed, I was worshipped as a god. And here you can see me in all of my undress, just waiting to be turned on by a little boy.
Take a drink, everybody. There's the latest Schofield reference. Right there.
Yes, there it is. How does Anthony Daniels get inside that? I mean, it was an effort to get inside the full golden suit, but
Where
that
there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, so that was the first time they used someone in a total green screen suit. It was one of the first times. Yeah. So how you see these effects things on YouTube where somebody's wearing a total green screen and they're obviously moving stuff and then they rub them out. This is one of the look, I'm probably wrong about this, but what I heard is this is one of the first time that a man dressed in a green screen was actually puppeteering the puppet, especially when he's outside.
It's a puppet.
Yeah, so as I said, George Lucas, freaking genius when it comes to special effects and business, but writing
Crap at
scripts,
stories.
directing, is not very good. Yeah.
Jay Goodwin wants to know, Z, is it true you're always naked on stream?
I am. I'm naked right now, touching myself while I read the chat.
if only we had Dark Sith Lord Chord's ASMR to go with that. We'd have really been turning them on, wouldn't we? Anyway, great to see butt naked Z, and it's somewhat I don't know, I was somewhat disturbed by this when I saw it. I have to say, I didn't like seeing your innards. I don't know, but
Here you go, folks. Smilex in the chats. Zombie Z. Then order. Oh, chat moving up. Sorry. Order 50 fish. Bumby Z.
If I was feeling mischievous, I'd have got Swappers to do that last one in young Anakin's accent, but we're not going to go there. Swappers, I hope you've been working on your Phil Schofield because we're going to need that one soon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Poor R2. Is this where this is the first meeting, isn't it, Z?
It is the first time I meet R2-D2. And of course, at this point in my life, I haven't even been touched by Uncle Owen. So I'm quite the virgin, just like Shmi Skywalker is.
Poor R2's life was hell after this.
Yes. Yep. It was so exciting for him, and then it goes downhill. I'm somewhat distracted by some of the articles and implements and items to the left. I mean, we appear to have some kind of jockstrap thing going on, and then
A model of Maz Kanata.
yeah, what is that little? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Oh, there he is. You've only got one eye, though, Z.
Yes.
Oh.
The other one's on the side.
He's just about to plug it in, I think, isn't he?
Yes, it's a plug and play. Very much like my goldenrod.
I mean, if Jar Jar had a big set of guns, you've got virtually non-existent guns, haven't you? They are, yeah, somewhat
Look at that intricate
Puny.
cable management.
How many cable ties were used to tie your laptop up? See?
3,527.
And why is the young princess taking such a shine? It's like she'd never seen a droid before. What's
Maybe she hasn't.
Didn't Lando Calrissian take a shine to his droid? Perhaps it's the same thing.
Yeah, he did.
There are plenty of robosexuals in the Star Wars universe. We know that much.
Well,
With
never used to be
Calculon.
that way. Never used to be that way.
Such an innocent time, wasn't it, before
was.
Solo movie? And here we go. Is the first official meeting? And what's the line here? Z? Is he? It's always polite, isn't it?
Which one? There are so many.
Well, what's your opening gambit? What's your opening exchange with R2? The first of a long, fruitful friendship.
I say to him, how do you do? I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations. How may I serve you?
What did R2 say back?
He said, "Up the bum."
Oh,
That's what he said.
Have you got your R2 there, Mega Geek?
He's around. He's been cleaning for me.
Okay.
He's just cleaning the toilet. He'll be back in a minute.
Padme actually says that I'm perfect.
Really?
Yes, but it's R2 who says I'm naked.
Okay, so we go back to the emo nightclub or whatever the hell's going on here, and who's this old bastard in the hologram swappers?
Do you believe that's
Mr. Brown?
Bibble?
Oh, C.O. Bibble.
It does look a bit like Mr. Brown. My God, yeah.
So if Mr. Brown was a hologram force ghosty type thing,
The orange people look like the characters out of Logan's Run in the 70s. You know, when
Yeah,
they're going
they
for
do.
Ascension.
Or Handmaiden's Tale or something like that.
Question for the retrobates: who's manspreading better? Is it Anakin or the other dude?
It's a sweaty desert planet.
Always bet on black.
Okay.
Wise man once said, by the way.
Well, what's before we go down that rabbit hole? What's C.O. Bibble babbling on about? What's Bibble babbling on about?
Name Babble.
Anyone?
No.
No
Do we know?
idea.
Do we care? No, we don't know.
We
It's got to be
don't
something to do with the
care.
invasion, hasn't it? I expect. Probably politics.
Joe Darkness says ball soup.
Yuck.
There you go. Hope you enjoy it, Joe. Brownie?
What?
Oh, he's not impressed, folks. He's not impressed. I thought you liked that one. There's, a little bit of detail there, a bit of planets, a bit of atmosphere. No?
Didn't
Doesn't like
Russ Abbott like an atmosphere?
Oh my God! Talking of
That went to number one, did it not?
talking
love
of
an
ancient
atmosphere.
references.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Well, we do get a bit of Maul, bit of Palps and a bit of Maul. Do you think when Maul turned up in the same outfit, it was all a little bit embarrassing, or do you think they just laughed it off?
Don't know.
Probably laughed it off.
Can't believe
probably
you wore
said-
the same cape.
They probably said, in years to come, we'll probably look back at this and we'll just laugh.
That's what I'm saying. Well, why has he still got the Palpy voice? The Palpy. It's like, as I said, it doesn't make any sense. Does it? Just anyway, whatever.
Well, apparently one of us is going to have to go home and change.
Yeah.
I do want to reignite one debate, which I don't believe we settled in the last stream, and that is: does Maul have a red dick or a black dick? So
Black with a red end.
So
That's what somebody said last week.
I need the chat to settle this for us. So please do clarify.
In fact, I think it's red with a black end.
Okay.
It's a bit
I
racist.
think it has lots of yellow horns on the tip.
I'm going to be controversial. I think he's got this big long green thing going on, and it's definitely horns. This Smilex. He's
last
great,
will
Maul, isn't he?
reveal
Can we
ourselves
just
to each
take a
other.
moment just to appreciate Maul?
At last, we will have our revenge.
There's the line.
It's
Yeah.
like this. This is good.
It's just taken an hour to get here. That's the only problem.
This is good, and we have about 4 seconds of it, and
Yeah.
then the rest of it is just dog shite.
Were they doing the thing, Mega Geek? I'm interested because obviously you're the resident director. Were they doing the thing where less is more, and you know you if you want to create a scary monster, then effectively you don't have him say much at all. Is that what they were going for with Maul?
I'm assuming so, but you know what's real genius about it is the face paint on Maul. It just makes him look really evil. And I thought that was really, really nicely done, nice design, nice thinking there about the character and stuff. Plus with the
I
contact
bet
lens.
George didn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know who did it, but he's one of the best characters in this movie. And this
And he's
movie
in it for
sucks.
2 minutes.
Yeah. You know, so. And also, why are they walking around with capes on their head? Then they look suspicious. Anybody looking is like, those two are up to trouble, aren't they? You know, just walking around like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, a couple of no good hoodies walking around looking
yeah.
dangerous. Yeah.
Still good movie.
Well, that's all you get in the Mall probably tonight, folks. So
Savour it, folks. Savour it.
Is this the bit where he catches his tongue or something, doesn't he?
Oh, I think it is.
That's so stupid, that bit.
It's like there's so many scenes with Jar Jar doing silly stuff. You could have probably lost 15 minutes just with stupid, crappy stuff that nobody wanted.
There you go.
Give us 15 minutes of Darth Maul instead of 15 minutes of him tonguing stuff.
God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone's done the crunch the numbers, but I'd be interested to know how much screen time Jar Jar Binks got as opposed to Darth Maul. I've got a feeling it's something grossly.
There you go, Fiona. We mentioned this last week. Phantom Edit.
Yeah.
That's because he was banking on money from, for toy sales. That's what he was doing. You can tell. That's exactly what he was doing. He's looking for the.
Where
sale
was
for
Gary
the toys,
Kurtz
wasn't
when
it?
you needed him?
Well, Gary Kurtz, but he found religion, didn't he? That's why he left it, didn't he?
You would have still done this and be religious. I don't know what.
I don't know, mate. Don't know.
Anyway. Ruin
Anyway.
one for you, mate. Here you go. Do you want to read it?
I certainly do. From our friend Big Sonny and Co. He says, Lucas has a singular view of good and evil. Good looks good, bad looks bad. The same way he makes entire planets, the same weather. Laughing out loud. The whole planet of Hoth is frozen, even in the summer. Laughing out loud.
Well, the thing is with Hoth, they didn't have Greta Thunberg to warn them about what would happen to the planet. So, unfortunately,
At least it wasn't. At least it wasn't salt.
How old is Greta Thunberg now?
Oh God,
21.
Would you give her one brown?
I wouldn't touch her with yours, mate.
Would you touch her at malls?
She is
How dare you?
She's a bit
20 years old.
How dare you?
She's
How
got-
dare you?
she's still got a punchable face though, hasn't she?
How dare you?
very.
Would you give her a punch, Mega?
I would indeed.
He would. He would.
I would.
How dare you?
Can we get banned off the chat, please, Brown? Mods, I don't know how you're letting this shit through.
He is a mod. I think he's he's a managing moderator as well. So I officially I can't boot him off.
Oh, God. Well, wash your
You can't
mouth out.
Wash
He
your
says,
mouth
I'd still
out.
watch this over the Ray trilogy. Well, we'll see. Yes, such a shame we got so much Jar Jar, not enough Maul. And what's the convo here, Z? Catch us up. What's
Would you like a sweetie?
Oh,
It
God.
is. Well, Anakin's asking whether he's a Jedi because of his weapon that he saw earlier. if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes. So he's asked someone, is they an angel? Are you a Jedi? And here's your girlfriend, Brown. How's she holding up in the Tatooine, under those twin suns of Tatooine?
I think she needs to
Moisturize.
factor 75 trillion.
Trillion.
Z, would you care to read a chat from R2, please?
Of course, Auntie in the chat says, Kurtz claimed that Lucas became convinced that audience no longer cared about the story and was simply there for the thrills and excitement, at which point Kurtz quit the series.
There you go, Ian.
But
Wow.
he didn't find religion then.
He did, but that's the reason why he
He left.
Wish I didn't know. Cheers, R2.
I didn't know either.
We've got a suggestion for this line. I'm always keen to take suggestions in the chat. Z, I'll get you to read this one out if you would, please.
Yes. E equals MCG says, did you ever shower with your father?
We've got another one.
Again, that's what Schofield said.
Swappers, can you do this in your best Schofield, please?
Atom Gray in the chat says, "Oh God, I don't know if I can do it."
Just go for it. Don't think.
Annie, do you like movies about gladiators?
We've got one more.
What was that, Gordon? Gordon
Have you ever seen a Turkish wrestling match?
We've got one more. Brownie, seems you're full of yourself tonight.
I've got an Imperial Mint. Fiona M in the chat. Hey, Anakin, do you know what personal grooming is?
Personal grooming. It's no problem establishing these things.
Oh, Fiona.
Okay,
Cheers.
So
it's that blue thing again, isn't it?
the negotiation continues, and oh, look at the. Is that a look of love? Do we think?
Ah, look at that. Qui-Gon Jinn thinking wood.
He's got Liam Neeson in the profile. Has got a very strange angle to his forehead, hasn't he? It's a very angled forehead.
She's thinking I've not had any man. I've not been intimate with any person since Annie was born. So she's thinking, yes.
Am I dreaming this up, or did we get some explanation that Annie was born having never been conceived?
Yes, there is no father.
Yes.
What?
I knew I wasn't dreaming it.
Was he Jesus then?
Yes.
That's
Immaculate conception.
Hey,
that's weird, isn't it?
Brownie's flabbergasted.
So am I.
How does that work?
I don't know. It's in George Lucas's head, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Have you ever read the Bible?
No one's read.
Not today.
It literally happened to Mary.
Not today.
She was a virgin.
Here you go, Dave. Dave dissects space Jesus.
We actually had a bit of a script I'd like to play out if we could. So before I bring it up, Swappers, you're going to play the part of Qui-Gon, and Brownie, you're going to play the part of Shmi. And here is your script.
All right, okay. I will force choke you.
Yes.
it's
Another rubbish.
It's no worse than Lucas did, if we're honest.
better than him. Yeah.
We'll happily take any future mini script submissions. I'll ponder those. Okay. Did she do anything else, this actress? I don't remember her in anything before. Did she do anything else?
Yeah, she did cocaine, marijuana.
Oh, please.
She's been in a couple of TV films, British TV stuff. I've seen her. and other stuff.
Oh God, how are we going to read this? Week 13 for £5. That's real money, that is, everybody. Virgin birth. I think she mistook a glory hole for a Annie wiper.
Good God.
Very good.
I do like it. I do like the super chats that you have to
We'll leave
read
that
out.
for a bit. He paid for it, so we'll leave it off for a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Terrible.
Oh, the chat's on fire now. You really got them going. So what? Okay. Toilet humor aside and sex chats aside, what's the real convo here? It's about Anakin. Were we pretty much there?
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear.
And we get to see some of Anakin's friends here, so calm down, Schofield. But yeah, does anyone know anything about these? We've got, it looks like a mini Rey on the right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, George Lucas has just added these kids in because, because it's kids. He's envisioning kids going to go and see this. It's like, why?
Very, very well done on the representation.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice, but it's still. I mean, again, you got a question, haven't you? Why have they got 8-year? Are they 8 or 5? It look like 5-year-old kids in a race. They're putting little Annie in a race where he could get killed at any moment. What mother would do that?
He's a slave, though, isn't he?
Doesn't matter. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't let your own son do it, would you? No matter how much money you're going to win, if you do win.
Well, you are aware we had chimney sweeps in the Victorian era, right?
Yeah. Were they 5 years old though?
Yes.
And younger, yeah.
This
used to put kids in all sorts of danger.
Yeah, but this is worse, isn't it? This is like traveling.
They used to come down the mines with us.
With you?
Well, not with me.
It is in a galaxy.
I know, but it's still though. It just seemed really odd. I mean, I'm not the only one that found it odd. All the people that I saw the film with said, it's an 8-year-old kid. You're putting him in a big race. That's a bit dangerous."
Well, races. The rest of them work in sweatshops producing clothes for Benetton.
Okay.
Well, have a look at Jar Jar in the background.
He's having a piss, isn't he?
On that engine.
He's having a piss.
He's looking at it going, I can put my dick in that.
Oh, God. Yeah, but
or failing that, I can put my tongue in that.
I think there's the reason why Anakin does the pod racing though is because all the pod racers are very, very small people, and if there's like no adult humans are either allowed to compete or can't compete because of the weight and size restrictions of the vehicle, something like that. Anyway, as I remember reading.
Irish jockeys all like really tiny.
Yeah.
So the point though, the point is, if you have a son and they say, well, if he wins this race, then you can win a crap load of money and get out of slavery, wherever. I can't remember the structure. You still would say no, wouldn't you? You'll still. I mean, it's your son. Why would you risk your son's anyway? Let's just stop there.
Let's not get bogged down in that moral dilemma.
Yeah,
this is Jar Jar making a dick out of himself again, isn't it?
God. Oh,
George thinks it's funny.
Oh, George.
And it wasn't. Nobody laughed in the cinema.
George.
Okay.
Not,
serious question, and I do need you to all be serious for a moment. And I'm not just talking about the retrobates alongside me. I'm talking about all you man babies in the chat. Considering how awful George's humor is here, who had the worst sense of humor? Was it George in Phantom Menace, or was it yours truly in The Last Jedi?
Well, at least George didn't use a "your mama" joke.
Yeah.
At least there's no flying irons in this film.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave you to ponder that one, chat. I'm sure some of you oh no. What have you got to do to get this guy banned, Brown? He's just.
I don't know. I think he's performing pretty well this evening. To be fair, as a moderator, managing moderator as well.
Oh, okay. I'll have a word.
You just can't stand the heat, can you?
No, I can't. I'm fishing for compliments, and I'm the net's coming back empty. Okay, so we have Schofield Thursday night party time. but this is the midichlorian convo, if I do recall correctly. Am I right, Z?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Mm.
This is where we should have finished at the end of last week.
Oh, wow.
I wonder when we're going to finish this week.
Yeah, we might not even get to the pod race.
We've only got another 400 slides to go, folks.
No, we're gonna get damn close to the pod
We
race.
might get to the pod race if
We'll get to the pod race. Come on, we'll crack on. Drink for the haircut, Brown.
Yeah, different haircut, everybody. Drink.
Yeah, it's like a flat top, isn't it? What's going on there?
How many hairstyles? Every scene, it's a different hairstyle.
Yeah, it's strange.
He's got more midichlorians than Master Yoda himself. Over 20,000.
20,000. Look at that.
20,000.
How's about?
We need that special set of skills quote for this shot, don't we?
Either that or Brown needs to go back and Photoshop a cigarette in between his fingers, I think.
So none of this was mentioned in the sequels, was it? About the
Midichlorians, I think this is his one and only mention.
Mm.
Well, I think it does appear on the Jedi Chambers chat, but it's a stupid thing.
Is that a form of TIE fighter?
It's a Sith interceptor.
Oh,
What?
interceptor. Ooh,
I think in that previous... no, it's not. It's a...
spit it out. Swap.
It's a Sith... It's a... Oh, fuck. It's a Sith intruder, I think it's called, as I recall.
Ooh, Sith
Anal.
intruder.
Well, you must have read all those books about it.
And also in that scene there, if you're keen-eyed, you can see the Orion constellation in the stars.
Oh, get you.
Orion constellation's not
Taking
meant
the
to be.
piss
They're
now,
meant to be in
isn't
a
he?
different galaxy.
Yeah, but it was the artists having a laugh about it. Wasn't it? Shove it in there. See if anyone noticed.
Uh-huh. You did.
You did.
I didn't
The
notice.
old,
I only heard this after the movie was released, and they did an interview with them, and they said, "Oh, we snuck a few things in there."
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're an astrologist, you're absolutely pissing yourself at that little in joke, aren't you? They find it hilarious. Red Sai, hello to Red Sai. He says, great ship. What are the cool parts?
I will correct myself. It's a Sith infiltrator, not a Sith intruder. Sorry,
Oh.
Brown. Not so sexual. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Fiona says Qui-Gon wants to use his intruder on Anakin.
Oh, Fiona. You're spoiling yourself.
Oh.
Moving on.
Anyway, we have a great shot of Maul looking through his binoculars. What's his little...
Shot during the day, would you believe?
Yeah.
And they turned it into night.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ah. What's his little bracelet thing going
It's
on?
his Wonder Woman bracelet.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I will say,
Well, that's his remote for the drones that he sends out to Mos Espa.
Ah.
I will say,
Because he looks one way, you can see the city in the back there.
Yeah.
That's Mos Eisley.
Mm.
And then he turns and looks at Mos Espa and sends the droids there.
There you go.
I
You
will
get the,
say, if I may, from Atom Grey, Tai Ming. Very
Tai
good.
Ming,
That's a
yeah.
thinking man's joke. Well done, Atom.
Oh, lovely.
Is that a Chinese restaurant? Timing? No.
That as well.
Chinese watch seller, I think.
Brown, it's by MJ UK84, so you don't need to read that bit. Just read the rest, would you please, Brown?
I'd like to intercept Shmi.
I bet you would, you dirty old sod. But anyway, we're back to Maul. We're seeing it from the eyes, the yellow eyes of Maul, and it is a rather nicely designed ship. This one, isn't it? Is that the probe droids there?
Yeah, kind of miniature ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're called Dark Eye probe droids.
Dark Eye.
How do you know all this?
I read the books after the film came out. I was like all over them. I loved it.
Oh dear.
Didn't you know the plot before you went in as well?
Yeah, let's not talk about that, bro.
Let's not get bogged down.
In hypnotism.
Back to the land of CGI. It's a bit of a banter is in the background there. The banter. And
What's interesting is that after I don't know how long this city's been up, they haven't given them any roads, stuff. It's just one big piece of land in it where they walk across. It's just really weird. You'd think they'd have roads or something for
Well, no,
these
'cause
animals and stuff.
Well, no, they got anti-grav.
Yeah, I guess, but still, you would have like a path or something, But anyway, whatever.
This is a particularly nice scene, isn't it? With all the pod racers lined up, and
It's very
quite like-
Empire, isn't it?
yeah, quite like this one.
George probably remembers the scene from Empire with the hangar, and he thought, "Oh, we'll do that."
The problem with these things is those wide
Oh.
shots and stuff is that, when you first saw it in Star Wars, you just marveled at how big everything looked, like in the Death Star and stuff, and especially Empire as well. But when you come to this film, so many films imitated this. It just doesn't impact you as it did the first two. The first three, if you know what I mean. So I remember watching this thinking, okay, get on with it. Not marveling at what's in front of
Much like now. Get on
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Well, we've got I don't know if it's 3 E's, but it is his type, his breed, his whatever you call it, race. What? Anyone know the race? We're really testing swappers and Z's.
Droidarian.
There we go. And we've got the sexy blue chicks on the right there, haven't we?
And you can see his walking stick there. Apparently he was a soldier in an army and damaged his leg and tusk. So that's why he flies everywhere and doesn't walk.
Oh,
what a shame.
hey, what a lovely backstory. So there's a bit of a debate here, a bit of wrangling, isn't there? What's the there's this fucking idiot again.
He's trying to make a wager, isn't he, to get the freedom of Annie if he wins
Is that where
the
they're
race.
cutting the deal, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's with us tonight. I imagine he's not, but it looks suspicious like someone's wearing a wok on the head on the left-hand side. So if anyone knows Dark Side of the Wok, do give him do wake him up because he's missing out here. We've got a nice bit of wok head. Meanwhile, Sebulba's getting the full works, isn't he? Whatever that may be.
Lucky bastard.
Why is it whenever they want to show like kind of sexy girls in Star Wars, it's always these strange creatures? Is it all just Twi'leks? Yeah. Is it all just because the dancer in the first film?
No, well, it's BLM, isn't it? Blue Lives Matter.
Blue Lives Matter.
Moving on.
Yeah, we have to tread carefully. It's like he's looking straight at me. His lovely brown eyes. What we've not really discussed it. What do we think of Qui-Gon's bonnet in this movie? How long do you think it took him to grow that beautiful long locks?
No time at all. It's a wig.
15 minutes in the makeup department.
Hey, look who's here, everybody.
Oh, it's not a wok, it's a symbol. Boom. Good to have you, Dark Side. I knew you'd know that you'd be able to clear that one up for us. Thank you very much. See how many channels, Brown, have a wok specialist who can come in and it's so niche, but we have them. We've got them all here.
I can quite honestly say we are the only channel on YouTube who has a wok specialist.
Wok specialist. Yeah, we've got him. He's here, and yeah. MJ UK 84 has given us a line for this. I'll just do it myself. He says, that face says, I remember my uni days. Yes,
So
this
do
is
I.
looking somewhat reminiscent to that, isn't he? So we're getting dangerously close to a pod race here, folks, but also dangerously close to midnight. Well, we'll see what we're going to do. We'll see what we can do for you. What's this is a
Chance cube.
Chance cube.
Chance cube, yeah.
And a very small bag or pouch or whatever he's wearing.
It's like a man bag.
You don't get this on Nerdrotic. You're
You
right.
don't?
And this is the moment we referenced earlier, isn't it? He uses a bit of deviousness here. He uses a bit of
Cheating
force.
bastard.
Cheating bastard.
And yeah, he wins the role.
Yep.
It's a snooker chalk, isn't
Critical damage.
it?
We've got John Z's cleared something up for us. He says we'll just skip back so we can see it. Watto's little bag there's actually a cocaine sack from the 70s. So there we go. No idea what it means, but I'm sure it's. I'm sure he's right. So he's won the role, George.
Oh,
Every time I
God.
see this, every time I
Jesus
see it.
fucking wept.
Now, some of the CGI is okay,
No, it's dog shit.
but
That is
Jar
dog
Jar's
shit.
terrible. We all just going to agree Jar Jar's terrible.
I just think the anatomy.
The design,
Yeah,
everything,
the
everything's
anatomy.
wrong.
You wouldn't. Oh, you wouldn't get eyes like that in a.
No, you're going on, still
breathing
going on about
creature.
the eyes. Jeez.
He's
It's
still,
utter.
yeah.
Is it me, folks?
Of all the
It's
problems,
utter dog shit.
MJ UK 84, he's on fire tonight. Mega,
Drink it, buddy.
It's shit.
but on the other hand,
Oh.
Jay Goodwin's trying to be more optimistic.
Look at that.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Brilliant.
And Dave dissects, and we really do dissect over here on the brown line, says, look at that shit-eating grin.
Great
you-
teeth, though.
You've got to admit, though, he did listen to the fans. And that's why he made this character take a step back in the
Yes,
second one.
absolutely.
Unlike someone like bloody
Yeah.
KK that just don't give
Yeah,
a
but
shit.
he needed somebody who worked for him during the first film to say, George, no.
But as I said, he was so powerful. You know, the films that he made history, and made a crap load of money, and nobody was willing to question him. You know, that's the thing.
Well, he had nobody to answer to. That's what it.
Yeah.
Because this was all funded with his own money, his own studio, his own special effects, his own company, blah blah blah. The book stopped with him, and he had nobody to answer to, and he needed somebody to answer to, or at least say, George, pack it in, son.
Apparently, that this is a rumor that Spielberg helped him with this one, but yeah, he didn't listen to him. I don't think didn't listen to him about what you call it, Indy 4 either. When Spielberg was saying, well, the what is it, the UFO thing doesn't work, but George was definitely wanted that to happen. So there you go. So he doesn't really listen.
What about Spielberg directing this?
If Spielberg directed this, it would be a very different film. Very different film. He wouldn't have cast that round-headed fellow, that's for sure. I mean, it's really good to cast Natalie Portman because she came off Leon, and she's a brilliant actress, and but she wasn't utilized very well in this film at all because the script was awful.
We're getting a bit of subtitling here.
Because is he talking a different language here?
He's talking bollocks. Yeah.
It's an ugly thing, isn't it?
That kind of camel type thing looks like something that could be milked by a miserable old
Blue
Jedi.
milk. Blue milk. Blue titty milk.
Are they the same things that Obi-Wan was riding around on in the series? Yeah.
What are they called, Z? I can't remember now. Is it EOP or something?
Yes.
The boys are
Fucking
on it.
get you two. Get you two. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Z,
EOP.
earlier I remarked how puny your arms were, but you're rocking a decent pair of hands there, aren't you?
I have big, massive sausage fingers, just like Prince Charles.
And R2 at this moment looks like he's pulling that ship. I don't know if that's just awkward positioning in the shots, but poor Z. Just doesn't look the same, Z, without your golden exterior.
So again, if you look at the behind the scenes stuff, there was a guy dressed from head to foot in green and he had
Mm.
sticks connected to its
I saw
so
that.
basically, yeah, he
Yeah.
had sticks connected to his legs, and also he had sticks connected to his
Was
hands.
it-
He was puppeteering it that
Was
way.
it the Jolly Green Giants?
Is that a thinking man's joke? Sorry, I'm completely lost.
Yes. Moving on quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly. Nothing to see. Move along.
God, he's regretting that one already. Okay, so we are dragging our arses like Lizzo, pissed up, rolling out the club, literally rolling out the club at 3 a.m. But we are getting close to the pod race, folks, and we might get just a smidgen of pod racing before Brownie pulls the plug. Oh God! Don't worry. Before you know it, it'll be
you know,
August, and
I've got
Ahsoka will be here to save us all.
You know what, chat? Listen, chat. You guys are the fucking best. That you can sit through this. You guys are just respect each and every one of you. Superb.
They're having a ball. They love it every Wednesday.
We'll probably get this film finished in time for Ahsoka.
We might get it done by Christmas. We're not
Flames next,
promising.
everybody. See,
Um,
this whole street here looks like how Galaxy's Edge should look, but it doesn't.
yeah.
Galaxy's
Without
Edge
the
looks
Star
like Iraq.
Wars.
Yeah, exactly. The Galaxy's Edge looks like Iraq, whereas this looks like Tatooine, and they just missed a massive trick, didn't they? They just didn't care. They didn't give a damn about it at all.
She didn't care. Let's not mince words.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So there's another dark-eyed probe droid. I love that design. It's great.
And here we go. We're getting warmed up. We're getting revved up, actually, for some pod racing.
I'm beginning to think Lucas had an obsession with cookie jars.
Yeah, this they look it's like a bit like Jabba's palace. Those
Or
buildings on the left.
breasts.
Trust
Or
you to see
pepper
them.
pots. What about pepper pots? Salt pot. Oh, God.
Wrong film.
Now,
God.
yeah, these are the two commentator guys.
Greg
Now,
Proops.
I was going to say Greg Proops. Who's the other one? Anyone of note?
Greg Proops.
No,
They're both the same character.
Did Greg Proops do both voices?
I don't think he. I remember seeing a production shot of Greg Proops and another guy. So
I think it was another guy as well.
Cheers,
I
Mike.
liked the idea. I'm not sure if the execution was. The
It's
best.
ripped off Zaphod Beetle Brox. Yeah, 2 heads.
I thought it ripped off those Siamese twins where one of them was gay and they share the same bum.
Yeah, unless it's conjoined. Yeah.
Jim D might have pulled one right out of his arse there. It's Scott Turrow, apparently. There we go.
Oh, there was a line later in the pod racing. Well, I remember one of them goes, "In any galaxy, that's gotta hurt." I thought, oh God.
The chatter do not have much love for this character or characters. I mean, in fairness, though, is this the first actual they/them? I mean, I think the they/them pronouns.
It's a they.
They. Well, they are literally more than one. So, yeah.
Do you remember the you remember the pop group The? They were years ahead of their time thinking about it. The. Moving on.
E equals MCG.
Challenging.
I won't read it out, but
Best, yeah.
Yeah, we know the sentiment there. So we're getting ready for a pod race here, man, babies.
Time to go home now.
Yeah, there's a lot of CGI. There really is. Although I think Mega Geek, all the crowd in the stadium are all extras, aren't they?
No, would you believe? Would you believe they were cotton buds?
What?
Yes, they were.
I saw the set. I saw the model, miniaturized model. When I went to the Barbican, they had a Phantom Menace / Star Wars kind of exhibition going on there back in 2001 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they had the set of the Mos Espa racetrack, and the stadium was right next to it. And when you got up close, they were all painted cotton buds, earbuds. They were different colours.
So there you go. Yeah.
That's my favourite character because the only one I can remember that isn't that dog shit. That is utter dog shit.
It's a strange looking thing, isn't he? He's all head, really, isn't he?
You're worse than me in this stream, Brown.
Yeah, you're taking on the mantle as
Yeah.
biggest shit talker on the stream.
If anyone's seen the 80s movie The Explorers, it looks like one of the aliens from the end of that film.
Oh yeah,
Does a
I
bit,
love that
yeah.
film. That's a what's his face? Who's the Ethan Hawke film, isn't it?
It looks like, as I said, it looks like Slimer. Just take it back a moment. It's Slimer out of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
Yeah.
rush. Don't rush. It's
all right.
Slimer.
He's
Yeah, it
like
wasn't worth
me.
going back for, if we're honest. CGI crowd not looking too great there, is it? In all
Yeah.
honesty.
But again, the CGI wasn't developed that much. It was developed, but it wasn't developed to the extent where they could do what they do today. So they were heavily relying on actual physical models for this one. So there you go.
Franco liking the Explorers reference there, Swappers.
This alien here looks like he's always swallowing or eating blue bottles, flies.
Yeah, he's a strange design.
Just ugh.
Some actual extras.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People.
We've got about 20 of them maybe, and then
Yeah.
in the distance some horrible CGI.
No, they're real.
No,
like-
the ones in the far distance.
Oh, they were
You know,
quite
as you
nice.
carry on to the left, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
Was any of this pod racing stuff necessary for the entire story?
Something
Yeah.
about money, isn't it? That
They
when he
need a
won-
repaired hyperdrive, and they
That
don't have
was
the money
it.
to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do we? I mean, at a stretch, can we say it's setting up Anakin as a decent pilot?
That's where they were coming from, I think. Yeah.
Hell of a long way, way around
Okay.
to doing it, but I think he's been facetious here. He says it was necessary to the pacing. Yeah, let's compound the slow start with a 30-minute pod racing sequence. It's all he's
Squid alien.
looking, yeah.
Quarren.
Is that what he's called?
That's the species, yeah, Quarren.
And Greedo lurking there.
Rodian, yeah, he's back. He's back. Actually, Greedo was earlier on in this film when Anakin was having a fight outside his home.
No, he was not. That Green
Oh.
Rodian was actually called Wald, and that is Warwick Davis's first appearance in this film out of 3.
I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, he's with Jabba later on, I think, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's in Jabba's viewing balcony.
Isn't that female though? The Greedo thing, isn't that a female one?
Don't know.
Brown
Probably
one.
non-binary.
Is this one? I don't even recall this one. This is
Reindeer. It's like a reindeer.
I don't even remember that one.
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. That's so briefly on screen. I mean, it feels like it's something out of a Nick Park show, not a Star Wars. But anyway, Boba Fett colours on this.
Going a bit quick,
pod racer. Okay. Do you want to dwell on this ugly-looking prick for a bit more, Brown? Or
It looks like a reindeer.
Does a bit.
I do like that design. It's good.
yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
This one.
No, the other one. And that one, actually.
Oh.
Here you go, folks. Z, are you available?
Houseman Socrates for $5 in the chat says, "It wasn't necessary, but it looks cool. Pod racing functions best as video game in Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah.
and was a mini game called Swoop Racing."
Oh, it's George
Yeah.
Harrison. Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I think it was the Nintendo game. It's really good.
You'd be a bit gutted, wouldn't you, if you've bought your tickets and you sat behind that
Big thing, yeah.
huge-headed thing there. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, here you go.
just
Yeah.
my bloody luck.
Who remembers that? Pod Racer 64, yeah.
I wish they'd remake that because the graphics look really blocky now. But if they updated the visuals, I bet it'd be an amazing game.
They did it with GoldenEye, didn't they? And it looks
They
really
did,
good.
yeah, they did. See, this is the thing. You see, I'm pretty sure George Lucas was thinking pod race. Yeah, that'd be a computer game. More
Oh,
money, ka-ching, ka-ching. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Three Stooges, everybody. When I saw
yeah.
this, I thought, George, just no. Embarrassing, George.
Well, it worked in Lethal Weapon 2. The Three Stooges joke in that. So I don't see why it couldn't work in this, I guess.
Well, yeah, but somebody knew how to write the film, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess.
I think Lucas just likes very fast things going into narrow crevices, doesn't he?
That's KK.
Oh, that's another Schofield reference. Take a drink. But here's little Anakin getting his introduction. Wow, he does look so small and young, doesn't he? And they're all lining up. They're getting ready. And just as about to set off, I think we're going to be shutting down for the evening. But never mind. We've got that to look forward to next week.
Will we, though? We thought last week we'd get into the pod racing this week, didn't we?
I had a problem with this.
I don't remember this scene at all. They've got their own individual flags, or
Where are
It
the
might
pride flags?
It might. Are you sure this isn't the stuff that? Because I know they added a few things in the last release on Blu-ray and stuff
It's
like
probably
that.
it. Happy Pride Month, everybody, by the way.
oh, we've ticked over into June.
Pinch Punch, first of the month. White Rabbits, all that.
Slap and kick. We used to say in our school when somebody used to punch you on the arm, we used to kick them and slap them. Slap and kick for some reason.
Z with a flagpole there. Looking good, Z.
Here you go. Bank of Hostman in the chat. More LGBTQIEBW UQHSVQIWVWYWW. Don't forget the plus. Representation is just what this scene needs.
You missed off the X, you bigot.
Try harder, Hostman.
Oh, that thing farts, doesn't it?
Oh, we've got an arse.
God.
What are we looking at here?
Right,
It farts.
just go back. No. I'll do it.
Go on. Over to you.
You hear this massive...
Yeah. And it's that.
Oh.
But you see, George Lucas went from the Three Stooges to fart jokes. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is that all about?
It wasn't funny. And then he goes...
Oh, God.
Terrible filmmaking, says Jaden Smith eyes.
Like, you never got another 260 slides to go yet.
Oh.
Best fart joke ever, says Drew Gordon.
Well, we are getting ready to have a race once Jar Jar's gone.
Oh, this is where this is where that horrible, ugly thing breaks the craft. Yeah.
Oh, he does a
Sabotages,
sneaky. Yeah. Good spot, Brown. And he's basically telling the young child he's going to die.
Nice.
It's quite dark, but
Schofield.
So, what you got against slaves, man?
You slave scum.
Would that be you, Starship scum? Think about it.
Don't count on it, slime ball. Oh, great.
You fire spray.
So obviously, Annie says this back to him in his own tongue.
Is it Is it that if he wins the race, he doesn't become a slave or something like that, or he gets released from being?
He gets his freedom. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, banda.
So, being hoisted into the cockpit.
There you go, son.
Wow.
I hope you don't die.
And Parting words from Qui-Gon's. Anyone know what they are?
You better win this, or we're all fucked.
Something like that.
And little Annie looking a little concerned.
Says, "Fuck off, you old man." That's what you said to him.
Leave me alone, pedo, or tell my
Yeah.
Oh no, we had to go,
Demonetized. Nice one. 2 hours. Well done, Zeke. 2 hours. Well done, mate.
Oh no. And it's Jabba.
Oh,
And
look at that. Look at the Jabba with titties.
Jabba.
Why did Jabba need to be in this film at all? It was just
Remember,
ridiculous.
Berries is on Tatooine.
I know.
I
He didn't
remember.
really need to be. He really didn't need to be
Got
here.
big
Who's that
fortune
blue
in there
one?
as well.
Yeah,
Is that
Big
Mrs.
Fortuna.
Jabba? Mrs. Jabba.
That's
isn't
Lizzo's first Star Wars appearance.
If you look on the far left, isn't that the same race as I Have Spoken?
it? Yes. And if you look on the far right, there's just the hint of a slave Leia outfit there, isn't there?
Yes.
Mm.
The alien on the left there is a Barada, I think. Maybe I might be wrong, but he's not an Ugnaught,
Oh,
which was
that was
Q-Will from Mandalorian, a different species.
yeah. Similar face though.
Very tired,
Similar
mate.
facial features. I'm you know, I'm hauling arse through this, Brown.
There is a slave girl. You're right. I never noticed her before. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slave Leia outfit. Yeah,
On
just
the-
a
on the
smidge of
right.
it.
Yeah, on the right.
And the guy with the basically the long curly penis on his head,
Bib Fortuna.
Jabba's Bib Fortuna, Jabba's assistant. That wouldn't be the same actor, would it? From
No.
Jedi,
No, it's not.
Scottish chap, I seem to recall.
Mm.
No, it might be.
No, it's not him.
No, the guy from Return of the Jedi was the guy that got killed in the subway in American Werewolf in London.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Mm.
got killed on the escalator.
Yeah, so they couldn't recast him for this because he's dead. So
Yeah.
And as Jabba says, "Begin the race," we're going to end the stream.
No.
Begin the race.
2 minutes
you-
past 2.
There's a
The
couple
bird in.
more.
Oh, there's a couple more. Okay.
I like how this is very, very savage how he starts the race.
He spits something out, doesn't he? Or bangs
No.
a gong or whatever.
he bites
know
the
what
head
he
off his
does.
frog, doesn't he?
Yeah, and
Oh.
he spits it out
Yeah.
a gong or something.
Yeah.
Is the engines firing up? Are they?
Who came up with the physics for all this stuff? It's just utter bollocks.
Well, you can't say nothing to George, or else you get fired. You don't want to get fired on a Star Wars movie.
It's like, what is the physics behind it? It's just.
Well, it's like what are the physics behind behind the hover technology? You know, it's the same like because we don't have it. We all think like, nah, that could never exist. That could never, you know. But you don't know. You don't know how George's mind works. He's probably worked it all out mechanically in his head at some point.
Mm.
They're revving the engines. They're getting ready to go.
You can see Anakin's there. He's got the tiniest pod racer out of a lot of them.
Oh yeah, yes, hasn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won.
The Queen
Spoilers
would not
over it.
approve of this. Well, she isn't here, so shut up.
There's no need to come back next week, everyone. Now Ian's ruined it for us.
There we go.
Oh, is that what he said to her? But she is the Queen. What's going on here?
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
I
Plot
know
twist.
that. I'm
Plot
just
twist.
saying.
Anakin putting his helmet on, his little goggles on.
What a load of old rubbish.
He could do with cleaning his nails, the dirty
I
little
love
shit.
all the buttons from straight
Yeah, I
from the
love that.
70s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
this is more like, isn't it? It's more like the
Yeah.
old Star Wars.
Yeah.
You just want to mess around with all those switches, don't you?
Mm.
Probably kill yourself in the process if you press
Probably.
all of them.
See, look at this. Look, Luke never had all this high technology in his
He
landscape.
didn't.
Mm.
That's because Uncle Owen was a cheapskate.
He
Got him the
was.
oldest car. He was.
He never
Yeah.
paid me for my services.
Oh, God. There we go. The engines are blazing. And we could be about to set off.
This is a really cool moment. I like this. The sound of the engines is superb.
Yeah, the sound on this is really fantastic.
It's a shame, as I said, this could have been one hell of a movie, but
Yeah.
let down by a bad script and bad direction.
And director, yeah.
Like you said, Brownie, there's a story in here and there's a good movie in here.
I think there is, yeah, there is.
It just desperately needed I think the script needed editing even before the shoot, didn't it? Not so much the final product needed editing down. I think the script was far too cumbersome before it started to shoot.
This film should have been 2 hours tops.
This stream should have been 2 hours tops.
I don't think there's far to go now.
Well, they're all getting ready to go, just as we're getting ready for bed. Looks like the things you were when you get your eyes tested, doesn't it?
A-U-T. I will say to everybody in the chat, please leave a comment in the comments section afterwards. Usually it will help YouTube recommend these streams, but they never do. But anyway, moving on.
But Brown will enjoy reading them later on when he's on the
Oh,
ship.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, we're still firing these engines up.
Yeah, we're nearly there now.
Fat little Greedo. Is that Warwick Davis in the Greedo
It is
suit?
Warwick Davis. That's Wald and Kitster and R2.
Yeah. Recognise Warwick's fat little hips anywhere.
The
Hips don't lie, do they?
Little kid. Bad acting.
You'd have reshot that, wouldn't you, Mega?
I wouldn't have gone with this script, that's for sure. You would have just chucked it in the bin and started again.
And
there's
Warwick Davis's second appearance in this movie.
Oh, God.
Within a few seconds.
Has Warwick Davis possibly played the most different characters in Star Wars?
Well, in Phantom Menace, he plays Thorn Drumheller, who's also known as Willow Ufgood.
Oh.
So that could be Willow in the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Is that Will Smith's wife behind him as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
But nobody mentioned it because you might get slapped by her husband. So there you go.
If he likes slapping, he should give it a slap on her head.
She's
it looks very
saying,
slappable.
She's
doesn't
saying Cleopatra is black.
That would have been good, eh? They slapped her on the freaking head. What a stupid cow.
Anyway. Who's the bitch in the background with the henna tattoos all over?
Oh,
her?
yeah.
Yeah. She's wandered onto set. And
Mrs. Jabba there, yeah.
it looks like Liam Neeson with a black Pope hat on behind Mrs. Jabba. But,
Mrs. Jabber.
Oh, here we go. Here's the gong. Oh, a little bit of action for you on the right there, Brownie.
Oh.
Take that one to your sleeping bag on the floor later on.
Yeah. Poor frog.
Well,
I think that's it, folks. Don't you?
And they're off.
And we're gone.
Should we leave it right there?
We'll leave it right there.
Let's leave it there. Exactly there.
We've stalled where Anakin did.
Yes.
Just want to give you a moment of action. So, we're edging ever closer to the pod race.
Ahsoka, yes.
To Ahsoka, yes.
This is going to take us all year, isn't it? This film.
No, we can get the pod race out by past.
But look, don't worry, folks, because come autumn we'll be getting into Attack of the Clones.
Jesus.
We'll be poring over every scene of Attack of the Clones. But no, look, we'll definitely, I promise my left bollock will be covering the pod race next week in its entirety.
We'll do it.
So, So we've got the pod race, and what else we got to look forward to, Brown?
Ahsoka.
Oh, God. Or Z or Swappers after the pod race with a bit more Maul.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's all Darth Maul, isn't it? Really. So
Yeah, bit of
yeah.
Darth Maul action in the desert, maybe.
Looking forward to Darth Maul.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, we'll call it a night.
Shall we thank the chat?
We should absolutely thank the chat. They've been particularly impressive tonight. I have to say.
Patient.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would say that.
patient, loyal, faithful, more faithful than Philip Schofield's wife, but also just as gullible, I feel.
Oh my
but we,
Jesus. Oh, chat, you are wonderful.
we do love you. We appreciate you.
We are blessed. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, if we're the big powerful Schofields, you're our loyal runners, and
18-year-old runners.
we'll love you the same way the Scof did. But look, we thank you, and I want to thank all my fellow retrobates, starting with Z3. Thank you, sir.
Oh, a pleasure to join you of part 2 of 9. Reviewing the Phantom Menace. I look forward to the next
clothes
part.
on for next time, please, Z.
Yes, I'll have a nice shiny plating.
Excellent. Also thanking the man of 5 different voices. He was impressive tonight. Swappers. Thank you, Swappers.
Oh, you're very welcome, Ewan. I look forward to the part 10 next week.
Thank you, Mega Geek. I think you only said it shit 54 times tonight.
No, I only said it twice. That was
I
it,
think
really.
you did. I think
Yeah,
Brownie was
Brownie was more
channeling-
negative than me. Yeah,
channeling his inner Mega Geek tonight.
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Brownie, enjoyed having you participate tonight, sir. But
Cheers, Rowan.
yeah, and thank you once more for letting me do my thing. But we'll be back again, same time, same place next
Like a
week.
bad smell.
Oh, like that lingering thought that just won't go away.
I think we're back at the weekend, folks. The musing stuff. We may pop up Saturday. We don't know yet. I always say that. We never do. I think that is it. I'll quickly say, rest in peace, Calculon. Jaden.
Thank you all for hosting. Cheers, Jaden.
I think that's it. We will
Franco with
see
beautiful
you
message.
very, very soon.
Ta-da
Take
now.
care, everybody.
Bye,
Enjoy.
all.
Enjoy.
Sweet Schofield dreams, everyone. Bye,
Enjoy
man,
Pride
babies.
Month. Take care. Bye.